Australia has voted in the United Nations General Assembly to support an immediate, unconditional and permanent ceasefire in Gaza, joining an overwhelming majority of nations. Political reporter Evelyn Manfield joins us live from Parliament House in Canberra now. Evelyn, can you just explain further what it is that Australia voted for?
Good morning, Mel. There were two resolutions that were before the United Nations General Assembly that were being voted on. One was to do with a ceasefire in Gaza, to do with the immediate, unconditional and permanent ceasefire in Gaza. And the second was to do with the aid agency UNRWA, and it called on countries to recognise that UNRWA provides an essential and irreplaceable service, providing aid to the people of Gaza. Now, Australia voted with the majority of other countries in support of both of those resolutions. There was an overwhelming majority for the UNRWA vote, 159 in favour, 9 against, 11 abstaining. And then for the ceasefire deal, pretty similar numbers, 158 in favour, 9 against and 13 countries abstaining. So Australia did vote with a number of key allies, including the United Kingdom, Canada, New Zealand, Japan, but worth noting, of course, that Israel, the United States and also Papua New Guinea did all vote against both of those resolutions. Now, Australia's ambassador over there in the UN General Assembly, James Larson, did provide a bit of an explanation after the vote as to why Australia voted exactly the way it did. He said that if Australia were to be drafting those resolutions itself, it wouldn't have done so with that exact wording. But he did point out in regards to the UNRWA resolution that it does reflect that that life-saving work must continue and that UNRWA is the backbone of the humanitarian response to the catastrophe that he says is unfolding in Gaza. Of course, worth noting there too that the Australian government does provide money to UNRWA to continue doing its work. And then for the ceasefire resolution, he further explained that that Australia does have an unwavering commitment to a two-state solution. But he did note that ceasefires have conditions, and he said it was a shortcoming that there weren't further conditions placed on that ceasefire resolution. He says that it really should have reflected a condemnation of Hamas, and he says that Australia unequivocally condemns Hamas and, of course, the terrorist actions of October 7 as well.